Have you ever found yourself planning the perfect routine? You buy a new planner, organize your desk, set a launch date for your new project, and tell yourself, this time, everything will be flawless. But then, the day arrives. And instead of starting, you suddenly feel this invisible wall. You decide you need to do just a bit more research. Or maybe you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, when you have more energy. Weeks pass, and that brilliant idea is still just a draft in your notebook. Most people will look at this and call it laziness. They'll tell you that you lack discipline. But modern psychology shows us something completely different. It's not laziness. It's perfectionism. Welcome back to the MindShift podcast. Today, in our third episode, we are exposing the ultimate paradox of the human mind, how the desire to do things perfectly is actually the number one reason we don't start at all. And more importantly, we'll look at 3 science-backed mind shifts to break this cycle today. To beat this trap, we have to look at what's happening inside our brain. When you are a perfectionist, your brain doesn't just see a task, it sees a massive threat. If you write that essay, start that YouTube channel, or launch that business, there is a chance you might fail. There is a chance people won't like it. To your amygdala, the emotional survival center of your brain, the fear of failure or judgment feels like a physical danger. So how does your brain protect you from this danger? It uses procrastination. By convincing you to wait until conditions are perfect, your brain successfully keeps you safe from the possibility of a less than perfect outcome. Procrastination is actually a coping mechanism for anxiety, not a reflection of your work ethic. But here is the brutal truth about the year 2026. Waiting for perfect conditions is a myth. Perfect is the enemy of done. So how do we outsmart our own psychology? Here are 3 practical tools you can use right now. Shift 1. Lower the bar to action. Instead of aiming for a masterpiece, give yourself permission to make a terrible first draft. If you want to write a script, tell yourself you're just going to write 5 bad sentences. When you remove the pressure of being perfect, you lower the anxiety wall, making it incredibly easy for your brain to just begin. Shift 2, the 5-minute rule. Tell your brain, I am only going to work on this for 5 minutes. If I want to quit after 5 minutes, I can. The hardest part of any task is always the transition from doing nothing to doing something. Once you cross that 5-minute threshold, momentum takes over, and your brain actually wants to keep going. Shift 3. Focus on velocity, not quality first. In the beginning of any journey, the volume of your work matters much more than the perfection of a single piece. You learn more from finishing 3 imperfect videos than from spending 6 months trying to make 1 perfect one. The next time you find yourself delaying a big goal, stop and ask yourself, am I being lazy or am I just afraid of not being perfect? Recognize the trap, lower the stakes, and just take that first messy step. Now, I want to hear from you. What is one project or goal you've been putting off because you're waiting for the right time? Let me know in the comments below. Let's hold each other accountable. If this episode of MindShift brought value to your life, make sure to hit that like button, share this with someone who is stuck in their head, and subscribe for more deep dives into human psychology. Take care of yourself and keep moving forward. See you in the next episode. Bye.